Chapter 2. Boni and the Silver Lake. The forest was quiet, except for the soft crunch of leaves under Boni's shoes and the cheerful patting of Finn's silver paws. In her hands, she held the first crystal of light, its gentle glow wrapped in a piece of cloth to keep it safe. Every time she peeked at it, the warmth inside reminded her that she had truly begun a great adventure. "Where to now?" Boni asked as they walked along the winding path. "To the Silver Lake," Finn replied, twitching his ears. "It's the home of the second crystal, but it's also the home of the Lake Guardian. She won't part with the crystal unless you prove your heart is true." Boni frowned thoughtfully. "What kind of proof?" "The lake will decide," Finn said simply, as though that explained everything. The path grew softer as the air turned cooler, carrying with it the scent of water lilies. Fireflies danced between the trees like floating lanterns, guiding them. Soon the forest opened, and Boni gasped. Before her stretched the Silver Lake, a vast, shining mirror under the twilight sky. The water glowed with silver light, as though the moon had spilled its treasure into the lake. In the center stood a small island with a single willow tree, its branches trailing across the glowing surface. "It's beautiful," Boni whispered. Fine nodded. "But be careful. The lake is alive. It listens. It remembers." Boni knelt by the shore, dipping her fingers into the water. It was cool, smooth, almost like liquid glass. Ripples spread outward, and suddenly the lake shimmered, forming the shape of a tall woman with flowing hair made of water and eyes like pale moonlight. "I am Neretha, guardian of the Silver Lake," the watery figure said. Her voice was calm but powerful, echoing like waves. "You seek the crystal of light." "Yes," Boni said bravely, though her voice trembled a little. "I want to help the great tree." Neretha's gaze deepened. "The crystal cannot be taken by force. You must show me that your heart carries kindness, even when faced with difficulty." As she spoke, the lake rippled again. Suddenly, a scene appeared on the water's surface. Boni saw a small bird trapped in a thorny bush on the far side of the shore, struggling to free itself. Its wings were caught, and it let out tiny, desperate cries. Finn whispered, "This is the lake's test. What you do now matters." Boni ran along the shore, careful not to slip on the damp moss. She reached the bush, where the bird flapped helplessly. The thorns were sharp, and they scratched her hands as she tried to pull them apart. It hurt, but Boni didn't stop. "It's okay, little one," she murmured gently. "I'll get you out." After a few careful tugs and winces, the bird wriggled free and perched on her finger. It chirped once, fluttered its wings, and then soared into the sky. When Boni returned, Neretha's watery form bowed her head slightly. "You chose compassion, even when it caused you pain. This is the proof I needed." The water at the center of the lake began to swirl. Slowly, rising from the depths like a rising moon, came the second crystal of light. It hovered above the surface, glowing like liquid silver. Boni stepped forward, holding out the glowing feather. "This belongs with the lake. May I offer it in return?" Neretha's lips curved into a smile. "A gift freely given strengthens the bond of magic." She touched the feather, and it dissolved into silver sparkles that drifted into the crystal. "Now it is yours to carry." With both hands, Boni lifted the crystal. The warmth spread through her arms, stronger than the first. For a moment, the lake glowed brighter, and the willow tree's branches shimmered with starlight. "You have proven yourself again, child," Neritha said softly. "But your journey is not yet complete. The third crystal waits at Starry Hill, and there the greatest test of all." Finn's tail flicked. "We'd better rest before that climb. Starry Hill is not forgiving." Boni tucked the silver crystal safely beside the first. She looked out across the glowing water, feeling proud but also humbled. Every test was harder than she expected, but each one taught her something important about her own heart. As night settled over the magical forest, she and Finn curled up beneath the willow tree on the island. The stars above shimmered, reflected in the lake's silver surface, as though the sky itself was watching over her. Boni closed her eyes, clutching the crystals to her chest. Tomorrow she will face Starry Hill. Tomorrow the final test awaits. And for now, wrapped in moonlight and silver dreams, she slept peacefully, knowing she was one step closer to saving the great tree. Chapter 2. Boni and the Silver Lake. The forest was quiet, except for the soft crunch of leaves under Boni's shoes and the cheerful patting of Finn's silver paws. In her hand,